here in Beverly Hills, and I'm taking my walk around the park today and thought, let me come on see my friends on YouTube. And folks, there's the Beverly Hills Hotel. This is Sunset Boulevard. The sunset goes all the way to the ocean there. I know, is it beautiful everywhere? And everybody, I asked yesterday who, if you're happy or not. And a lot of you folks wrote to me that you're not happy. So let's see if I can help you be happy. Okay? We got anybody want to come in here today? Oh, well, I'll do it without people. That's how it goes. Folks, I've been on YouTube a little bit here, trying to bring you guys good, truthful content and bring you facts. And it seems like people like to listen to people who lie more. And I don't know why. I can't understand that there. Anybody got an answer for me? Why do you listen to people who lie, don't know what they're talking about, haven't done it, haven't been there, and all that stuff, but yet they come and they tell you this and that? Island, good morning. We got somebody here. We're just ready to say, hey, I can't get nobody here. Here's Island. Brian. Thank you, folks. I said, let me take a walk and bring my friends on YouTube with me. I'm at the park here in Beverly Hills, okay, across the street from the Beverly Hills Hotel. And I brought you folks there before. There's my friend Nancy the Lion. How are you, honey? Good to see you. All right, Pumpkin, sending a spooky pumpkin. Folks, every day I wake up is a blessed day. And I know that we're all going through problems. We don't know what's happening in the world, particularly in our country. All right. A lot of us who support Trump getting a little disappointed in him. Even Joe Rogan, and yeah, so they're going to have peace in Israel and Gaza, I guess. It looks like that there. I guess that's something. But how does that make your prices go down in the grocery store? Does it do anything for you at all? Not a damn thing. Okay? Not a thing is being done on the economy. Because they can't do nothing on the economy. They talked yesterday, they're going to bring prescription prices down. We've been being robbed for many years from these pharmaceutical companies that are based right here in our country, make the pills in this country, but charging us the most money. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? At least it looks like that is stopped now and we're going to be paying lower prices. Who knows when they're going to be getting that there? Who knows if I'll even be around? When you get to be 80 years old, you start thinking, how much longer do I have? But I'm going to make use of every day that I do have. I hate talking about Diddy. Diddy, and everybody still wants to talk about him. Not as many people, but there's still people there And it disgusts me. These people have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Okay, they get all sorts of views. I can't get any freaking views. Okay? And I come here and tell you the truth, the fact, because I've been through the system several times. I know what it's about. And you know, folks, I live by a rule. I never count another person's money. Why? Why would you want to count somebody else's money? Count your own money. Okay? I'm not complaining about Trump, okay? But we'll get back to Trump. Let's stick here with Diddy, okay? I listened to somebody this morning for a few moments. It's about as long as I could take them. Hey, look at what's going on over here. Something's going on here. Looks like a bunch of ladies. They got doing something here. Looks like they got people eating, having something here. People getting out. It's a beautiful afternoon. But counting out, this guy talking about Diddy was crying on a telephone call. Look, we all know Diddy's a punk. We all know we don't like him for what he's done to women. Okay? Anything else he's done, we don't know about. And if the government knew about it, they'd be bringing charges. I don't see any new charges yet. Honestly, I think the investigation really ended when they got all his videos out of his houses when they raided it. And that's all they wanted, so they could protect the rich and people, all right, the politicians and all those type of people. That's all they wanted. We'll never see those things. You can count on that. Just like Epstein. We haven't seen him there, have we? All right? But this guy was putting Diddy down because Diddy cried when he talked to one of his baby mamas and she put the little girl on the phone. They call her Love, I guess. Okay? And Diddy was crying. Well, no matter who you are, that's a natural instinct for anybody. Why put the guy down for that? I mean, you know, anybody would cry talking to their daughter, not knowing you're going to see her again. So, you know, I got to say that. Then this guy wants to count how much money Diddy's got left. Diddy's still got a lot of money left. I don't care if it's $300, $400 million. That's still a lot of goddamn money in anybody's book. All right, how many of you got $400 million? Okay. How many of you? Anybody here? $63, the new $43. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, honey. See, folks, when I tell you I talk to everybody, you see how I am? Especially the woman. Can't get over doing that, folks. It's just something I've done all my life. There's a little pond they got here, okay, in the park. There's little fishes there today. Where's the big one? Can you see them? And over here, look at the turtles you got here. There's a turtle swimming. Those turtles up there resting. There's some older people over there. Come out there, park, have a nice day. Get out, get the fresh air. Hey folks, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I would appreciate it. Okay? I think it helps me somehow, some way. You know what I made yesterday on YouTube? Okay, I gotta tell you folks, I don't know how to make money on social media. Okay? I don't have a team. What I do it by myself. I don't have a team behind me. My son helps me once in a while. Okay? Uh, but other than that, there, what you see is what you get here. Okay? And I only know how to tell the truth and give you facts. Okay? Everybody wants to talk about what prison. Who gives a shit what prison that he goes to? The fact that he's in prison is enough. Okay? I'm not going to beg for money, my friend. Okay? I don't do that there. All right? Folks, this is the city of Beverly Hills. Will Rogers. Let me read you what this says. I never met a man I didn't like. Will Rogers, 1879 to 1935. In 1912, this 5-acre parcel of land was part of the terrace front lawn to the Beverly Hills Hotel. Brilliant floral displays stood as a welcome sight to the stark contrast of the surrounding brown fields and oiled dirt roads. In 1915, the hotel I gave the land to the citizens of Beverly Hills and named it Sunset Park, the first municipal park in the city. Well, folks, here we are standing in the first park in Beverly Hills. You see, you got young kids, you got old people, all sorts of people. Many celebrity events have taken place near here. Most notably in 1926, Will Rogers, one of the city's best loved residents, was unofficially elected by his fellow neighbors and citizens as the first honorary mayor of Beverly Hills. His generous spirit, unstinting community support, and highly acclaimed writings helped create worldwide recognition and popularity for the city. In 1952, the city renamed the park Will Rogers Memorial Park. And that's where we're at, folks, today. All right, thought I'd share that with you. All right, I hope you got a little history. Yes, Doc, no, I live in Beverly Hills, okay? And I have lived here for almost 50 years of my life now. You know, I don't know how thank God that I'm still able to live here. Thank the Lord for giving me another blessed day on this earth to be able to enjoy it and breathe in this fresh air. Okay, folks, that's what you should be happy for. You should be happy that you're given another day on this earth to be able to breathe this fresh air. Okay, and you know, here I am giving you a little tour, Beverly Hills. Okay, uh, some of you have probably been here. Some of you might never get here. Okay, uh, for those who can't, let me. I do what I do to take you on a tour. Look, I gotta show you this road down here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 streets come together. It's one hell of an intersection, but I want to show it to you. Uh, You ought to see during when there's traffic and you know during the heavy days of the week. Okay, trying to get across here, and you know what? Hardly any accidents ever take place here. Try to figure that one out, huh? I love this sun. Somebody say the sun. I love this sun. I always have. This is why I left New York when I did 50 years ago, 50 something years ago. That's why I left. I lived couldn't take the cold, folks. I'm just not a cold weather guy. Just not that guy. But there's the road I'm talking about. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually 6 roads. 6 streets in Beverly Hills come together at that one point right there. And look at everybody knows exactly what to do and how to maneuver those streets. Across the street, that home is owned by Donald Sterling. Donald Sterling owned the Clippers. Remember him? Remember the big scandal with him and his girlfriend? Donald, he is the biggest landowner in Los Angeles. Owns more apartment buildings than anybody else. I happen to live in one of them. All right? You know, they take time to smell the roses, folks. All right? Well, I don't know. They're not roses. Whatever they are, they smell nice. I got to tell you. And most of us don't take time in our life to smell the roses, look up in the sky, see the beautiful sky. People don't do that no more. People are so worried about other people. All right? We should be worrying about ourselves. You got to think of yourself more often. I'm trying to give myself more time. All right? Oh, boy, you remember Bullocks, huh, Amy? Yeah, that was right over, well, not far from here. Okay? Bullocks is no longer around. Most of our department stores are no longer around. Things have changed. People don't have to leave the house to go shopping. You can have your groceries delivered, have anything you want delivered to your house. And therefore, a lot of people never leave their homes anymore. All right? People really don't leave their home. They're confined to their home. I try to get out as often as I could. And I try to get it walking every day. A little walk, a big walk, no matter what, walk. Okay, enjoy the surroundings you have. You all come from different areas, beautiful areas. You all have beautiful places. This is notice suspicious activity detected on YouTube Live to avoid a YouTube stream ban. What is that? I don't know what that means. Huh? Who's yelling? I don't know why. I don't know why I get so many haters. I spoke to my friend Sean Atwood. Have you all watched Sean Atwood's show? He's got a great show that he does on YouTube. I asked him if he gets as many haters as I do. All right? I mean, Carl, end the lie so I don't get banned. What am I saying to get banned here? That's what I don't understand. Who am I yelling at? Okay? I'm not yelling at nobody here. I'm telling you folks to try to live a happy life. All right? Okay? Brian, why? Oh, that's a troll saying I'll get banned? I don't know. Who makes these trolls up? Where do they come from? I had no idea. James, where you been, James? I live here in Beverly Hills, California. The Girl with her boyfriend laying down over there. Another girl laying down reading. It's a nice place. It's very peaceful. You know, they must have taken the big fish out now, because all I see in here are little fishes. Last time I was here, the fishes were big. Oh, there's a big one coming. Here we go. All right. I get that there, folks. Looks like a baby dolphin. Oh, look at that big one there. Okay, yeah, they're coming out. They must have been sleeping. All right. Oh, see, show you. I wasn't lying. There was some big fish here. Okay. The birth of a city. This is where it all began for the city of Beverly Hills. You know, folks, I lived in Rome, New York. I was born and brought up in Rome, New York, which is upstate New York, about the center of the state. And population of Rome at that time was about 40 something thousand people. All right. Don't worry, Carlo. Whatever it is, it is. Okay. I just accept whatever it is. I'm not saying nothing wrong. Clint, you know Rome? So anyways, I always wanted to get out of this small city all my life. And I finally did. After I joined the Army, I got out of there, saw the rest of the world, and so forth. Okay? And one day I'm sitting down in my apartment here in Beverly Hills, and I said to myself, I wonder what the population of Beverly Hills is. So I called the Beverly Hills City Hall and found out that the population is 34,000 people. I laughed, but it swelled to over 200,000 during the day. All right? Yeah, I heard that about Rome. A lot of drugs, you know. They open up a lot of state prisons there. And people keep coming on and asking me how old I am. What's the difference how old I am? All right? Look at my profile. You can find anything you want about me. Okay? Anyway, folks, I just wanted to come and share that with you. Okay? Now listen, Tuesday, I'm going to be interviewing at the studio the biggest ecstasy supplier ever in the history of this country. His name is Lou Ziskin. Ziskin. I met Lou when I was in Lompoc Federal Prison. That's where I met Lou. And we've been friends ever since. His story is remarkable, and I'm going to be doing that live on YouTube here for you folks. So that's going to be 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this coming Tuesday. Okay? Mark your calendars, folks, because you don't want to miss this interview. You want to hear what prison life really is about? You're going to hear it from me and Lou. We're going to talk about our days in Lompoc, the people we met, okay? Who we knew, how things got done there, okay? All right? No, we won't be getting high on ecstasy. I never taken ecstasy. I don't even know what it does. Any of you know what it does? Amy, you live in Lompoc, so you know what the prison is there. That's where I was. I spent 30 months of my 60-month stay right there in Lompoc. All right? Eh? Wyatt Earp, you're almost my age? I thought you were a young man, Wyatt. Hmm. You are a young man if you're my age. We're still young. As long as we're here, okay, as long as we have another day on this earth, that's enough for you to be happy, okay? A lot of you wrote me and told me that you're unhappy. And I don't like seeing people unhappy. You gotta be grateful for the things in life that you have. You know, I was never like that. You know who taught me to be grateful? Was my son Anthony when I got out of prison. Because I expected people to come flooding to my house, all right, bringing envelopes filled with cash. And that didn't happen. I was upset until my son talked to me. He says, Pops, be grateful for what you have. Be grateful. You got 3 wonderful children, 6 great grandchildren. You got a place to live. My son paid my rent for 2 years. 2 years my son paid my rent. My kids were there for me when I was in prison. They were the only ones that were there for me. I want to share that with you folks, okay? So be happy, be grateful for what you have, because every minute that we have on this earth is a great minute. And you got to learn to enjoy it. Make use of your time. Be happy, because our time is very limited, and in a blip of eye, a blip of time just like that, it's gone. And somebody asked me what my gangster film is. I've been watching old movies, as I told you yesterday. Last night I finished up the movie Dirty Dancing. I gotta tell you, the ending of it brought tears to my eye. I got emotional. It was such a wonderful movie. And you know, a lot of people don't understand. There was something very important in that movie, okay? When I tell you about how old movies were made and how movies are being made today, okay, it's totally different, because they're not being made with the creativeness, okay? Because a lot of writers, if you go to a studio and a studio does your film, they own it and they're going to change that script, all right? Like you can't believe. But there's a part in there about where a girl, I bet most of you who saw that movie forgot about that part, about that girl who needed an abortion, okay? And she was allowed to have it. And it was shortly after that that Roe versus Wade came in, okay? And women were allowed that up until last year, and now that's done and over with. But that's a very important aspect. And when they were made that movie, the studio and their sponsors, their advertisers, wanted that out. But the writer fought for it, said it had to be in there. She won. That's how things happen. That's why creative people, that's why you saw those great movies of those old days. So I wanted to share that little bit with you folks. All right, I'll be looking for another old movie tonight. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm thinking of Cabaret with Joel Gray. All right, Joel Gray. Y'all know who he was. And that's a good movie. Don't be California Diddy. Don't be shy to talk to girls. Okay? Just as long as you're honest and truthful, okay? That's all you got to tell them. Be kind, be nice, and treat women good, okay? Women are to be cherished, loved, and honored. The mother with her daughter. It's great to see these kind of things here. All right? All right, folks. I hope you enjoy this little segment. Just me talking. Don't forget Tuesday. Mark your calendar. You don't want to miss this live with Lou Ziskin. It's a story. He still owes $15 million to the government. All right? All right? He still owes the government $15 million that he got fined. And he did 13 years in prison. You're going to hear some great prison stories about people that were inmates that we could talk about. Okay? We'll have you laughing. We'll have you crying. All right? So, folks, I'll see you. I want to thank you all for coming. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. And as usual, all my love and respect to all of you. Thank you, everybody. Take care. All right, young man, 19. I love to see young people come here. Okay? I hope you're doing well, Carlo. You're only 19. I appreciate you coming, my friend. Okay? Bless you all. God bless.